season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early. Spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. First down, Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. This is James White. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
20. We got to get the ball. Kings. Mark 55.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got it by cut.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Come on. You better bring it.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Ready. Get the flag. 51. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On 1st and 10, Fields buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here that quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center. Because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down. And that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Mayfield, he's got Njoku, his big tight end. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Mayfield now all yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's White. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 42-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
180. 54. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And a throw right sideline is complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Mayfield now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've got nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, Fields. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's White. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield now. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Good. 180. Check. Pistol. Hey, 133.
1st down, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
King. There you go.
Mayfield on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
We own them.
2nd and 9 now. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Off play action. Fields. And he's able to find Diggs. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields dancing to his left. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Throwing again. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Vikings send out their punter. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Begin. 22, jet cover. 22,
Back to throw. Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Real.
They'll try and run it with White. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Fields. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Quick the edge. Come.
They give to Johnson going right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Check 53's Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Again, it's Johnson. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch the pass.
From the gun, Fields. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. I don't care if you're taking it in round one, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Landry now on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You can't block me.
Opting to run again here with White. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
180. Mark 54. Here we go, G. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 1st down, it's White, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Check, check. Watch the regular. I got you, son.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What we got?
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. Now White lost the football. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. downs on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3.
General West. Check 26, check 26.
Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
180. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's going to be a...
They'll run on first down. It's White. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. Charles, you defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
33. Here we go. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
They stay on the ground with White. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's got Njoku over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Seibert's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Mike 53. Come on, D. Back to our culprit. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53. Nice.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Landry. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Set, 180! Right there in the middle, 55. What's that?
And they take a knee.
Mayfield on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they will take a knee here.
Mayfield on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Browns, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tryna go be better run up the cash, you love to spin. Pay the killing